The latest version of Assessment to Instruction software is ready for use, and we are excited to show you its new features and improvements. Everyone can access A2i at my2i.net. Your username and password will directly connect you to your classroom. If you've forgotten your password or your username, please use the links below the login boxes to recover your information. Our new menu provides direct access to all components of the software. First, let's look at the classroom view. Students are grouped according to their assessment scores in the classroom view. If you wish to alter the groupings, you may select a new group from the drop-down menu on the same line as the student you wish to move, and choose a new group for that child. To remove a student from your classroom, click the Remove button from the same menu. If you need to add a child, please alert your school A2i contact who can add a child and their test scores. You can increase or decrease the number of groups in the classroom view by clicking the green Classroom Settings tab at the top of the page. In this menu, enter the number of groups you'd wish to have in your classroom, save your changes by clicking the check button, and then Save at the bottom of the menu. When you return to the classroom view, reset your groups to the recommended groupings in order to reassign students to the new groups you've created. If you are reducing the number of groups in your classroom, you will be prompted to confirm that you do want to ungroup your students in order to reduce the number of groups. We understand that many factors affect classroom groupings. However, please keep in mind that groups should be made up of students with like skills, with similar instructional needs that can be met in small groups. Click on any child's name in the classroom view to see their personalized graphs, information, and scores on the score table. To view the graphs, select the test that you wish to see from the drop-down menu. The blue line on the graph shows where the student began the school year on this particular test and where they need to score at the end of the school year to be on grade level or make 9 months worth of growth. For this particular second grader, their test results indicate that they began the year below grade level, and so therefore their target is more than 9 months of growth in order to be on grade level at the end of the year. The orange line shows the child's actual progress from their initial scores at the start of the school year to the date of their most recent assessment. Below the graphs, you can find the Details box, which provides useful information about that specific child. For example, the child's growth or target outcome can also be seen here. This is the same information that you found on the graphs regarding the end-of-year targets for the child. You can also find the child's username and password for A2i assessments. Scroll down to view the child's actual scores in the score table. In this table, you can see both the raw or total scores for each child and their grade equivalent. If you're using DIBEL scores, keep in mind that multiple DIBEL subtests are used to create the grade equivalent. Therefore, the subtests seem to have the same grade equivalent. To understand a child's status on any individual subtest of DIBELs, examine the raw or the total score. The A2i lesson plan provides suggested activities to match the amounts and types of instruction needed by each group in the classroom view. You can access the lesson plan from anywhere in the software by clicking the link at the top of the page. Before you begin using the lesson plan, there are a few organizational decisions to make. To start with, choose the reading curricula that you wish for the lesson plan to use when providing recommendations. Make 3 curriculum choices based on the materials you are currently using in your classroom or have access to within your school or district. Be sure to choose a variety of materials that will be relevant for students below, on, and above grade level. Next, indicate which days you will meet with each group in your classroom. In most cases, it is advisable to meet with each group each day to accomplish the recommended minutes. However, if you do not wish to meet with every group every day, simply deselect the days that you will not meet. These decisions will tell the lesson plan which days to offer instructional suggestions and which days to leave blank. Once you have made your curriculum choices and have chosen the number of days you wish to meet with each group in your classroom, you will save the changes at the bottom of the menu and return to the lesson plan page for the recommended instructional activities. On the lesson plan page, you will see a summary of each group, their average grade and age equivalent, from the assessments used to make instructional recommendations in the A2i software. You can expand each group to see a summary of the group recommendations. This is the same information that was provided in the classroom view. When you are ready, click to view the lesson plan grid and look on the left to see each dimension of instruction that you also noticed in the classroom view and the recommended amounts to provide each day. The lesson plan will not make any recommendations without your direction. So at the bottom of the group menu, click Recommend to see each suggested activity. Initially, the lesson plan will consult your first curriculum source and then move on to others if nothing relevant is found. For each activity, the page number and other information will be provided. If you're not satisfied with the activity that has been recommended, you can click the Change button to search for a new activity within that same dimension of instruction. The blue button also allows for direct downloads when FCRR Center activities are recommended. If you wish to see a completely new set of activities for each block, simply click the Recommend button again. You may choose activities and plan for more than 1 week at a time. Click the arrows beside the weekly dates to move the lesson plan forward or backward for other additional planning options. Once you are satisfied with the recommendations, click Save. Otherwise, the lesson plan will assume that you are not finished planning and will not save your changes. You may also choose to click Print if you want to keep a hard copy of the recommended activities outside the software. The A2i software allows for embedded assessments that are adaptive and provide immediate scores that directly feed into the software. You can click the assessment link from the top of any page to access these tools. Choose the assessment that you wish for a student to take, and then allow the student to log in using their username and password. Remember that these scores will be directly entered into A2i and begin impacting the student's recommendations. A2i also provides class graphs for an overall of all students and their progress. These graphs will show all students in your classroom on one graph for a particular test type. Students with multiple assessment time points will have several columns to display this information. In addition, the individual targets for each student will be displayed above their name so that teachers can examine the progress of all students in one visual. Don't forget about the professional development resources in the video library available within the A2i software. Here you can find many excellent ideas to assist your small group individualizing instruction plans. Topics include planning for small groups, implementing routines and procedures, along with relevant readings and details for how to provide individualized instruction in your classroom. We value your feedback and we want to hear from you about our latest version of the A2i software. Please feel free to contact us with any suggestions, comments, questions, or requests that you may have as you use the new version.